So we're going to loss of use, because I think Ralph kind of mixed the two together, so I just want to make sure I'm clear that, so if you're the property owner of a rental, my understanding is the loss of use basically covers, like, you know, like let's say my house burns down that night, right? That I would get reimbursed on the policies, I have loss of use on the policy on the rentals, so I would get
Loss of rents.
loss of rent basically, but the tenants would be out of luck. So if they don't have insurance on their own, then they'll have to figure it out, is kind of my understanding, is that my loss
Well,
of use
if
is
they
gonna
don't
help
have
them.
it, they're gonna come after you, Dave. That's where the deep pockets are, and they will see what they can get out of you. And every claim is different. It all depends on the circumstances of the claim. But bottom line is they'll come after you. That's why I would tell any landlord.
Well, let me
Get a renter.
I'm sorry, Chris. He's been waiting.
With the loss of use for the renter, so when I was living in Hillsborough, I was renting, and Sandy hit, and power and water were out for a week type of thing. I just stayed with a couple friends, but could I have claimed something like that at that point if I had had it?
If your place wasn't habitable,
Yeah, I mean, it was nothing major. Like power was out a lot of places. Like what are the justifications of
every
claiming
company's
for
gonna
it?
handle that different.
Okay, all right.
And I hate to say that, but it is the truth. And
Yeah.
I've seen companies do many different things. When you look at a claim, the first thing you have to ever look at is what caused the claim. Okay, that's really important. If it triggers, that is what will trigger the coverage. All right, so if it's,
Because I didn't think of even looking into the insurance part because nothing was damaged. I think a tree fell on the property, but that was it was minor roof damage. It didn't affect us.
Did you lose food
Uh,
from your fridge and your freezer?
I mean, yeah, I guess
So
some
you
power
did
and
lose
stuff like
something.
that. Mostly beer at that age.
But you did lose something, so you could have.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. See, I don't even think of marking that off because it's minor stuff. And like when I have renters insurance, I think of like my camera equipment is my
Sure.
most valuable thing, and then like just the bed price. Like I'm not big on having a lot of different things. I don't know
Okay.
what technically get covered. So.
We had a freezer that looked like I'll stop
except for
frozen
collectibles
foods
and
stuff,
specialties,
and
we cover.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
lost all that, and there was meat and chicken, all kinds of stuff in there. And when Sandy hit, we didn't have power for like a week. We lost a lot of it. It was probably a few $100s worth of food at least.
Right.
You know, was in there. Is it all?
But you did have a deductible, right, even with renters?
My answer is this, and I say it to all my young people, trying to teach them from the beginning.
Right.
All right, is do not put in real claims. Just because you can get something, it's not worth it. All right? If the claim is maybe $2,500 or more, put it in. That's what the insurance is there for. Insurance companies are like elephants. Okay, they never forget. All right, found that funny? And they just don't forget, and they will use that, a claim is a claim, and that will raise your rate. They don't raise a rate based on if it's a $50,000 claim or $5,000 claim.
Right.
It's all the same, all right? So, and if you get 2 claims in a year, putting yourself up, there's a good chance you might get canceled. Again, every company is different. And then you have 2 claims against you, and you have to go get much more expensive insurance.